I worked in this business my whole life. I started working on a job site in the summers when I was 13 years old. A few years after I started, my brother David, he started working with us, and David and I, we started implementing some more processes, definitely implementing technology. My dad retired in 2020 with no computer on his desk. I took over the business, and so 5 years now, we've been working away, trying to grow the business from what it was, growing that business and learning how to run it on my own and how I really want to do it has been a very rewarding and challenging journey. Really what led us to it was we were getting to the later stages of COVID, but we were still in like the COVID building boom where money was free and the building industry was crazy. And my brother and I were working like 60 plus hours a week. Our revenue was high, but our profit margins were thin, and that is pretty tough and tiresome, and there's only so long you can do that as an owner. And also, like, our sales process, it needed some help, and so we were too busy to really deal with making our sales process better, and it was a little too messy. We wanted to improve our customer experience through that sales process and improve our closing ratio. I also wanted the company to grow. I didn't have a clear vision on how to accomplish that. And it was just like, I was at a point where it was like, I need help. And Andrew was recommended to me, and I got help. The weight starts to lift as you do the work, specifically like the leadership development component and there's multiple components in working with Andrew and Sandler Milton. But if I look specifically at the leadership component, one word I would say is accountability. Since I read the book Extreme Ownership by Jocko Willink, I've really believed in that ethos. And as I was going through my journey of being a new business owner, it was like, okay, extreme ownership, it's my fault, it's my fault, it's my fault. That doesn't necessarily accomplish anything if that's where you stop. For me, it ended up with me being like, oh, could I make another mistake? So that's not how you improve and grow a team. With the help of Andrew, we've implemented accountability for all members of the team. They either choose to improve, to become better, do more interesting work, make more money, or they move on to a mediocre company where there's no accountability and no standards. And that's really been a critical component of what we've learned and implemented from Sandler Milton, and obviously with the help of Andrew. Before Sandler Milton, I didn't have any defined goals. Simply put, the goal was grow revenue, grow profit. But that was sort of the end of the discussion. And unfortunately, that discussion was only being had between these 2 years. And nothing comes of that. Working with Sandler Milton, we've defined our values, our vision, our mission, and then how we live out those statements. So we make those actions measurable. We can answer, yes, we did it, or no, we didn't. Setting these defined, measurable, quarterly, annual, and a 10-year goal, you can ask yourself and the team, did we accomplish these key priorities? These key priorities are what's going to drive us to the goals. So you immediately have this measuring stick that I didn't have before. Andrew and Sandler Milton really guided us to help create that playbook for success. And the real benefit to it all is they give you this framework of how to create the playbook, but we at Tucker Homes created our own playbook. And that helps build more connection, more accountability to it. It's not just here, do this. My strategic plan is now communicated to my team multiple times a year. They understand the objectives, and they know how what their responsibility is in accomplishing those to contribute to the company's success. And without a successful company, employees can't be successful. First, I would ask them to ask themselves some questions. Number one, are you spending way more time working than you want to? Are you missing precious family time or, time to yourself? Are your sales not where you want them? Do you struggle with employee accountability and employee engagement? Are you frustrated with no or low profit margins? Are you frustrated with the amount of risk you take to achieve those no or low profit margins? Are you hoping that science perhaps does figure out cloning because you're the best and you just want to clone yourself? If you answer no to any of those questions, then like that's amazing. You keep doing you and don't bother calling Sandler Milton. But if you answer yes to one or more of those questions, it's certainly worth a call to Andrew. If you make the commitment to work with Sandler Milton, it's serious business. It's a serious financial, time, and energy commitment. Sandler Milton is going to help me build and train a team of expert builders. With Andrew's partnership, we're going to build the highest quality homes and renovations for happy families who appreciate our craftsmanship, our dedication, and our communication throughout the time that we spend working with them. We're going to work with more amazing customers than I ever truly thought possible. And through that, the success of those projects, my team members and their families will not just be supported, but they're going to thrive. And as we grow our team, the team will be trained in Sandler. They're going to understand and they're going to row, and we will all row together.